Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the College Football Playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's tackled just short of the 25. The back behind the quarterback now in the pistol. He hands it to the back. Fights off a defender. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback still with the football. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Has the first, still on the move. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play.
I can't believe the defense kept him out of the end zone. Once this quarterback gets out in the open field, he's basically like a running back. He has that kind of skill set. I thought he was going to take it to the house.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown for the U. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
And the fair catch, signaled for and taken. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll run it from the gun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Linebacker shifting around now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Trying to pick up the 3rd down yardage on the ground. Defense all over it. They stop him. I don't think he got it.
Well, the running back comes up a little bit short of the first down. Big decision here for this offense because they are down a touchdown here early in the game. They don't want to dig themselves too big of a potential hole.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He's found some room at the 45. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the 1st down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. On the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, and he fumbles. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Wow, that is big-time awareness by his teammate to get on top of that football. As a result, they catch a break and are able to retain possession.
This Georgia offense is moving quickly down the field. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Catch made on the right side.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football on this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Runs through the defender. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. The Dogs will crank up the tempo. And 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hold on here. We do have a flag down. Let's see what that's about. See if they can convert the point after. Oh, and it's blocked. Oh, and they picked it up. The 50. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. All the way back to the end zone for 2 points. Somehow, they're back in front.
Great job by this defense not giving in on this drive. They've been out on that field for a long time, and instead of giving in, they keep fighting, and it pays off.
After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? The back's got it. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You see, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Payne. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Are you serious? The offense going for it inside their own 30. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking for a deep completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Will that holding penalty be a drive killer? What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Short throw complete to the tight end. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this 1st quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the 1st down. Looking right. This one caught. Defense able to stop it. It's 4th down now. The Canes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Needs a completion here on 4th down. He bought some time. Now lets it go. The pass ball's incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on 4th down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that 1st down marker is and run that route a yard or 2 beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the 1st down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Caught over the middle. It's Balkasoon. Defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And he can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Last time out there, they got stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. Trying to find room. It's Payne.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
But there's the defense stepping up and making a nice play. Let's face it, this quarterback has been tough to deal with. He's been able to run and pick up some good yards, but this time the defense is in position and they tackle him for a loss.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point gives him a double-digit lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Gets rid of it on the move. The tight end has got it. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Well, this is called settling down in his own defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
Breaks loose at the 40. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
With great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this first down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, Noshawn Marino. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Georgia backs.
And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down.
Ooh, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Boy, after a huge gain on the ground, they come back and throw the football, and the quarterback's on his back. The offensive line's got to do a good job of not just with the run blocking, but taking care of their quarterback and giving him a chance to throw the ball.
These big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Tipped and then dropped. A chance to make a play, but instead it's 3rd down.
Boy, what a good job by this defense of trying to put pressure on this mobile quarterback. Here's another example of what he can do. He looked like he was going to be down for a loss, and instead is able to fight through it. But I'm going to tip my cap to this defense. They knew what they were facing today, and they're doing a good job of containing him and applying enough pressure to be able to offset this offense.
The scramble doesn't get there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback knew the one thing he can't do here is take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, but he gave him a shot. I think he'll get some love from his guys for that effort.
And he knocks it right through the uprights.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Trying to extend the play. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
I love how this quarterback, Chris, is able to keep this play alive by scrambling away from that pressure, getting to his left, buying some time, just unable to connect it to his receiver downfield.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Defense is coming after him. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the Canes will send the punt team onto the field. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the punt will go out of bounds, taking the returner out of play. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a quick grab. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, this quarterback throws a beautiful ball. Another big gain for this offense and a chance to get points on the board before we get to halftime.
Finds an open target on the left side. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Here comes the point after attempt. And it's up and good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. Defense calls their third and final timeout of the half now. A little bit less than 30 seconds to go before halftime, and it'll be 1st and 10. And the wideout goes in motion. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Catch made down inside the 25. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past the line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. Long enough and good.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Breaks loose at the 40. Great effort there to get points before halftime, but they bring him down, and the clock runs out. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Canes will kick this away to get the second half going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start the 25. Georgia offense is back out on the field. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First down, looking to throw the ball. Makes the grab. It's Balkasoon.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. The shotgun running play call. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Past the 10. Touchdown, Dogs. They'll take the lead in the second half. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point makes the lead 4. Now they get set to kick it away. He'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Using his legs. It's awesome. They stop him right at the 24.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Handoff to the back. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First down here for this offense. Ball handed off. Solid game, moves the ball to the 43.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. The Hurricanes pick up enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The Hurricanes pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. He'll take a deep shot here. The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Extending the play now. He's found some room at the 45. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
He's going to hand this off. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. So now it's 3rd and short from the 30. Chance for the defense to make a play here and perhaps force a field goal attempt. They'll try to run for the first down. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Here's a great example of the back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And there's the handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And when he can't quite hold on, a great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up 4th down. The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. After making his first attempt, this one is from 38 yards out. And it's good.
Yeah, I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Miami offense is back on the field. And this offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looks to the left, and it's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him? Well, they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again, somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? The DB's backing off from the line now. On the ground, it's awesome. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket, on the move now. Receiver makes the catch. Ball carrier tackled there.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a play, and they will take over on downs now. So they take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn that ruling on the field. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Pulls it in. It's Payne. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, drops back. On the move, looking deep. And it's complete downfield. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10. Big opportunity for the offense to tie this game up in the 4th quarter. It's 1st and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, and you better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
The offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. Looking to chuck it again. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
So on 4th down, here comes a crucial field goal attempt. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? They're going to run it. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line. Second down after that previous play. And here's the handoff. Looks like Georgia will have the 1st down.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this 1st down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and almost paid off for an interception.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Plus the 40 now. Fighting off the tackler. Tackle made after a big gain.
And I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
Gain makes it 2nd and medium. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Drop him back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. He's looking to scramble. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the 4th quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a 1st down.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's 3rd and short in the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Georgia setting up with a 1st and 10 now. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. This defense just cannot get off the field. A long march moves on. And the running back takes the handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Refusing to be brought down before gaining first down yardage.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.